Hey, what's up guys, Mr. Cadrix here again, doing another video for you guys today. And in today's video we're going to be doing a review on one of the very first figures released in the Jurassic Park series toy line by Kenner back in 1993. And it's going to be on the Jurassic Park Series 1 Dimetrodon. Given the fact that Kenner was releasing the Jurassic Park toy line of Series 1 around the time the movie was being made, some of the creatures that were made for the toy line never actually appear in the film, or even in the books. And Dimetrodon is one of those creatures, and it's very interesting that Kenner decided to make a Dimetrodon, considering the fact that it's not a dinosaur. Dimetrodon is a synapsid that lived in the Permian era, and died out even before dinosaurs started showing up on Earth. However, I think it's great that Kenner had released a Dimetrodon for their toy line, as Dimetrodon has been considered an honorary dinosaur, as seen in old paleontological art, showing dinosaurs living alongside Dimetrodon, even though back then they didn't have enough evidence to show that Dimetrodon didn't live alongside the dinosaurs. But they are considered honorary dinosaurs even though they are not, and they're mostly related to modern day mammals. For being one of the first figures released in the Jurassic Park toy line, this thing is incredible in detail. As you guys can tell by the head sculpt, it's got a heavy set brow on top of its head. All the scaling detail is done great. All the scales have been individually sculpted. There's a nostril right there on the front of the snout. Chin looks great. There is some string wrapping done around the head, but it really does not detract from the sculpt. The eyelids have been sculpted well, the wrinkles under the eyes to show that this creature opened and closed its eyes a lot in life. We got the teeth that have been individually sculpted. On the top row, the bottom row are kind of molded together. You can see the neck detail right here to show wrinkles that this creature has moved its head a lot throughout its life. Got the nice little neck details here. The undersculpt of the chin looks great. And just all the little individual scales and the much larger scales running down its back look great. It's got larger scales here. As we know, many modern day reptiles have very particular scales where some will be small and some will be large, and this figure kind of looks like it was based on modern day scaling that has been done on other reptiles that we see in real life. You got the leg, as you can see, it's pressing down to show that it's holding the weight down. On a real Dimetrodon, the legs would be out more to help it walk, similar to that of a crocodile or monitor lizard, but it's alright for what it is. You got some veining done here, also along the underbelly and on the other side. The leg over here is obviously showing that this dinosaur is in, well, this creature actually, because again this is not a dinosaur, is in movement. So that looks nice. JP01 to stand that this is the first figure in the Jurassic Park toy line. And the tail looks really nice. I really like the detail on it. It's very crocodile-like. And much of this figure is very crocodile-like as well. We got the sail right here. Now the sail is made out of a softer material, and on mine it's kind of loose a little, but that's alright just because it was second-handed. And the detail on the sail looks really nice. You guys can see the bony protrusions here along the sail. Now the sail likely would have been used for body temperature and sexual display during mating season, and it looks really nice in detail. And if we move to this side, we can see the detail is pretty much the same. Here's the other leg. Now this leg is going backwards for the action feature, but again it's supposed to show that it's walking, like the creature's in motion. You can still see all the clear scaling on its body, and then we come back to the head. Now the action feature on this figure was if you press down on the leg, this back one right here, it would open and close its jaws, as you can see here. And it would snap shut as soon as you let it go. So it allowed for good playability if you wanted your Dimetrodon to do some chewing or maybe even some roaring. That would be a very fun play feature. So overall, detail looks really great on this creature. The articulation on this figure is very basic for a dinosaur figure, as it mostly only has the 5 points, and it's pretty clear where they are. It's in the legs. all of the legs move, even the one with the action feature. And the tail moves as well. But one thing that I didn't know was here on the jaw, I kind of ended up doing this on accident while I was that was terrible. Reorganizing my Jurassic Park shelf. I do apologize for that voice crack and my stuttering. But the jaw can actually move a tiny bit like this. Now I do not recommend that you turn it all the way or attempt to, because it might likely break, but just know that the mouth does articulate side to side. It could allow for filming, like if you wanted to show like the dinosaur was attacked and got its jaw ripped right off, then you can use that. Or when you're, like if kids were playing with this, they could probably do that. But again, I do not recommend forcing it, because again, it could break and nobody would want that. As for the color on this, it's actually a pretty nice color. I think all the colors work well, even though green is kind of a basic color for a creature like this. Because we got this kind of like gray, the kind of dark gray for the top part of the body. And we got kind of like this green, limey green color around the body. And at the bottom we got an even brighter green. And the teeth are a ivory color, which is nice. The inside of the mouth, which I did not show the sculpt for, but the sculpt for the inside of the mouth, as you can see, it's nicely done. It's even got a tongue in there. Get it into focus. There it is. And there are the teeth. The inside of the mouth is kind of a fleshy color, and the eyes are black. And what I really love is that the sail has the gray color, but also has the like these little spots of yellow and striations going on the sail to give it a unique color, and I really do like that a lot. So overall, the color on this is very good, and again, it's pretty basic for a creature like this, but you know, nonetheless, it still looks good for the figure itself. Now, as we know, the sculpt on this thing has been outdated due to recent scientific discoveries. Dimetrodon, our interpretation nowadays looks completely different from this figure, and so again, it's outdated because Dimetrodon had a notch here on its skull. Some believe that it would actually lift itself more off the ground, much like how this figure represents it. The sail also has been shown to look different now, and as you can see, this one pretty much looks different from what we think the sail looks nowadays. And also, its tail is somewhat dragged across the ground like a Komodo dragon or a monitor lizard, whereas scientists nowadays believe that it lifted its tail up off the ground. But based on your interpretation, without a doubt, this is still a great Dimetrodon figure, and it really does look great. Although it does kind of look more like an Edaphosaurus, depending on which way you look at it, but it's pretty clear that they were trying to make a Dimetrodon, and they did a great job at it. Now, there are paint variants of this figure. There was one for the Jurassic Park Dinosaurs line for the third movie. And there was another one for, I think, the 2009 release that came with a mercenary that went underwater who was a scuba diver. And I actually do have that repaint. And here it is. They're pretty much the same figure, just different in color. I really like the paint job on this one, but for some reason I think that this one is a little bit better. I don't know why. But I think they do make a great pair together. I like to use this one as the male and this one as the female, because for the Jurassic Park Dinosaurs line, when this one was released, it was for Isla Sorna, where male and female dinosaurs reside, whereas this one was on Isla Nublar for the Jurassic Park Series 1 toy line, which meant that all the creatures were female. So yeah, I like them both. I like having them together. And like I said, I use this one as the male and this one as the female. And I use them in the little series that I'm doing called Jurassic Park Battle Royale, where dinosaurs fight each other while humans try to take them off the island, for a storyline that will come soon when I make the next episode. I believe someone in the comments called these two the Power Couple, so I think I might just go with that title for them. If you would like me to do a review on this, please let me know down below, even though it's pretty much the same figure, but I can go over the differences. And for some more size comparisons, here it is compared to the only other herbivore I have in my collection. The Jurassic Park Series 2 Pachycephalosaurus. They look good together, even though Pachycephalosaurus may have been a little bit smaller. Here it is compared to the Velociraptor from the Chaos Effect line, the Alpha Raptor. I don't have the original paint scheme for this figure, but they're pretty much the same size as the ones released by Kenner. But yeah, they look good together. And here it is compared to the Lost World Kenner Eddie Carr. Now, Dimetrodon was about this big compared to a human, around that, give or take. But it still looks good. Like maybe this one could be like a younger individual that just happens to be smaller. So that pretty much does it for this review. I hope you guys enjoyed, and if you would like to see more Jurassic Park reviews on my channel, let me know down in the comment section. You guys can check out my latest collection video to see how many Jurassic Park dinosaur figures I have. And if you'd like me to do more reviews, like I said, just let me know down below. Alright, thank you guys so much for watching. This is Mr. Kydrick signing out, and see you in the next video. Stay awesome.